Awesome. So Nick, yours is quite an interesting one because it actually starts going to privacy and like all those lovely things. So if in our current scenario, a landlord and a tenant entered into a lease agreement, in terms, and now the tenant is on the property. So sorry, I don't remember from the question whether there was anything in the lease agreement that provided for this, but I think you can comment on whether there is and whether there isn't and play out both scenarios. But apparently there's cameras inside the property and outside the property. The ones inside the property, as we understand it, aren't necessarily overly intrusive, but they are inside and they point at a certain section of the house that isn't actually let by the tenant. So the tenant doesn't actually have occupation of that particular door that the camera faces. Tenant keeps switching off the cameras. Landlord insists that the cameras be on because he's got rights to it and because of insurance. Now, if we come to you as a tenant, as an example, what would your advice be? And if we come to you as a landlord, what would your advice be?
Perfect. So, as you say, Bruno, it's a fascinating question, and it actually touches on a lot of different areas of law where perhaps some of the results of applying these laws hasn't been clarified and actually fleshed out as much as possible. But for what I'm going to say for the minute, so there are a number of areas in South African law that protects a right of privacy that someone has, okay? And there are a number of different legislations that have tried to solidify in what different domains that right to privacy must be enforced. So the first one that we're going to look at, obviously, when it comes to rental housing property is our Rental Housing Act. And there's absolutely a section within the Rental Housing Act which deals with privacy and does give a tenant a right to privacy. But the way that the Rental Housing Act is framed is it says that the tenant has a right during the lease agreement to privacy, and that the landlord may only exercise a right of inspection in a reasonable manner after notice to the tenant in the circumstances. So we can see in the context of the Rental Housing Act, what the legislature has done is they're trying to frame it in a sense of inspection of the property by the landlord because they're dealing within the context of a lease agreement. But this is not the only rights of privacy that one has. There's a constitutional right of privacy, which people may exercise as well. That is a right of privacy which one has in any context, in any event. We also have to think about things like papaya and poppy, where there is also a right to privacy in respect of certain information that is contained by, taken by people in those contexts. So there's a lot of rights to privacy that need to be taken into account here. Okay, what we will say in this particular context, what's happened is the landlord and the tenant at the time of entering into the lease agreement have both entered into an agreement where it has been agreed that a certain portion of this property is going to be retained by the landlord, because the landlord intends to use that particular section of a property as a storage facility, as it were. They're going to store things in that particular section of the property. They are going to secure it. They're going to lock it. And for that, the tenants has obviously received a commensurate lesser amount of rental because they don't have access to that particular property or that particular section of the property. Okay. So, in that particular circumstance, there seems to be some sort of understanding between the parties that there is going to be this sort of arrangement that is happening on the particular property. Okay. Now, if we look at the Rental Housing Act, and if we think about contractual law in South Africa as a general rule, you are in general entitled to contract away certain rights that you have. Okay. And that may include a right to privacy, but you have to have sort of an understanding, and there has to be some sort of reasonable notice that this is what you're doing in the circumstances. And to me, if you are contracting to an extent where you take a rental property, but it's made clear to you that there's going to be a camera on the property for a specific purpose, which in this case is I'm protecting something that is being stored on the particular property, that can be a perfectly valid contractual right that you can give away to the landlord in the circumstances. Now, in this particular question, there are I do have some queries about what the discussions between the parties at the time of entering into the contract were, because it does seem that although the parties understood there is a room that's going to be secured and something is going to be stored in that particular room, the understanding of that room, is it going to be, recorded by cameras and surveilled on a 24/7 basis? How clear was that made? Because it seems that that understanding from the tenant side was not exactly there at the time of entering into the contract. And that's going to be a question, obviously, on a factual basis. There's no way we can look at that particular circumstance for the purpose of this proceeding. But suffice to say, what the answer in this particular circumstance is, the parties are perfectly entitled to enter into an agreement where there is a sort of, a limitation of someone's rights, which might include the right to privacy. But that limitation must have been very clear to the person who is entering into the contract at the time. So when we look at the Rental Housing Act, the Rental Housing Act affords a tenant a right to privacy, but the landlord may exercise a right of inspection upon reasonable notice. So at the time of entering into the lease agreement, what one would expect is that you gave the tenant reasonable notice that you were going to infringe upon this particular right of privacy. So in other words, you say, as the landlord, you say, listen, I would like to record this particular room, this particular door, or whatever the case is, or the property, because I want to keep my stuff there. I want to keep it safe, and insurance requires that I surveil it at a 24-hour basis. If that was done, that could be considered reasonable notice in the circumstances. This would never extend to a circumstance where a landlord opaquely or simply doesn't tell a tenant about the fact that they are 24/7 surveying the particular property. That's a very different circumstance. So there can be circumstances where you could perhaps limit this right to privacy. It does need to be a notice and actually signed on by the tenant in the circumstances. And obviously, as a tenant, you have the right to freedom of contract. So if it is a circumstance where you meet a landlord says, listen, I want to record you 24/7 in this particular property, you as the tenant are perfectly entitled to say, no, that's actually not for me. I will go find myself alternative premises in the circumstances. So there really is, for the purposes of this question, there's a little bit of an interesting gray area because there's this additional factor that's been taken into account. This might be something that could be, could be allowable in the particular circumstances. But as I say, if you're a tenant and a landlord, please make sure, if you're going to have a situation like this where there's recording devices on a particular property, you ought to have a understanding between the parties up front about what exactly that's going to constitute and what exactly the expectations of the parties are.
Yeah, totally agree.
Perfect. All right. Thank you, Bruno. That brings us to the end of today, and we will see you again next week.
Cool. Have a great one.
Yes.